Hello guys, and welcome to Grav's Gaffes, the series where we take a look at the worst and most embarrassing plays in the MLB throughout the last week. Now, usually throughout the season, every single week we've been doing the Grav Slams, going through the best, most memorable moments. Now we finally get to look at some crazy and embarrassing plays and some of the worst plays in baseball. But throughout the last week, what were the craziest and worst plays throughout the MLB? And which is the worst play and the biggest Grav gaff of this week? Watch till the end for all the gaffes, all the worst moments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new to the Sportsnet YouTube channel for the best sports coverage around. Now, without further ado, let's get into the first gaffes of this year. So let's start out the Grav's Gaffes with one of my favorite moments, and I guess least favorite moments of this last week, because this one was just painful to watch. And you know what? Let's just get the worst Blue Jays moment out of the way. And I'm sorry, Gurriel Jr. It just had to be this way.
1-2. And a well-hit ball to left field, and Gurriel knocks it over the fence. Had it in his glove, and it popped out and over the fence for a home run.
It's rare, but it happens. Lourdes did everything correctly. As he went back to the wall, he put his hand out to find the wall, reached up, thought he had it, and knocks it over the wall. In and out and over for a home run. That's as rare as you will see. It has happened. And unfortunately for Lourdes Gurriel and the Blue Jays, it happens to them.
No, as a fellow left winger in my time, I can't see this happen, man. It goes right off him and right to the stands. Thankfully, he had a pretty great reaction to it and laughed it off. But I could just imagine the chirps from the stands, man. That is the worst thing you could possibly do. And he knew it at the same time. The worst play to make, and a Grav gaff 100%. Now for your Gurriel Jr., we'll go to another bad outfielding play, this time with the Angels and involving Mike Trout, actually. One of the rare moments that you'll see him actually mess up, but this whole communication by them was just awful.
Hit towards center field, right center, Mike Trout. We've talked about how much room there is, but communication issues, it falls. Hamilton's going to stop at second base, so Trout came over, was calling for it, but it was drifting towards Ward, and it falls in.
Trout, he's calling for it to center field. There's the quarterback.
Last second, Ward just tried to peel out.
Now, I'm pretty sure, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that my coach 10 years ago when I was in right field was yelling at me to communicate with my other right fielder to make sure that the play happened and it worked out. We're in the MLB. This is Mike Trout. What is happening right now? And they obviously knew it was a pretty big gaff at the time, but seriously, where was the communication? Where's the talking? You guys are just waiting until it goes down. Horrible by the Angels, and a pretty embarrassing play, and Grav gaff all day. Now, I don't know what it was about outfielders this last week, but seriously, every single game it felt like something embarrassing was happening. This next one, I was at this game, I got this Rangers-themed Stranger Things hat. I mean, they gave these away, but there was nothing else about the night that was themed about Stranger Things, so I don't know why they did it, but anyways, it was a crazy game between the Rangers and the A's, and this play was nuts. An inside-the-park homer from Josh Smith, and Lariano just made the weirdest play of the entire game. It was nuts.
They have been the other school.
This ball hit sharply out to center field again, and this time Lariano missed it. That's going all the way back to the warning track, and Smith has some wheels. They'll wave him around third. Here he comes. He'll score all the way around the bases.
That's so much fun to watch that.
It felt like in his mind he was half committing. He didn't want to fully go for the dive, but he also didn't want to play it safe, and he just decided to go right next to the ball, not get it, go right past him, and all the way to center field. And with the wheels that Josh Smith has, it was over. Unfortunately for the A's, Grav Gaff, one of the worst ones of this week. Now, in saying that, it wasn't the worst Grav Gaff in the week in the outfield. You've probably already seen it already. It is the most iconic Grav Gaff, I think, of this last week. But just watch. Just watch this, what happened in this Yankees and Red Sox game. Seriously.
It's a high fly ball into right field, and for a moment Arroyo couldn't find it. He still can't. He still can't. He can't find it. It's way behind him. 2 runs will score. Hicks is in. Trevino is in. Here comes Gallo pounding around. A play at the plate. Here's the tag. He is out at home. Arroyo never saw the thing.
Oh, what a time to not be able to see a fly ball. And I thought it wasn't deep enough because I was saying, why is he there? I thought that ball was hit farther than that. And it was. He's standing there with his arms up. That ball's way over his head. It's like, nobody's there to help. He said that ball's 50 feet from him. And he goes and gets it. The only thing good that came out of there is they threw out Gallo at the plate.
Oh, look at the panic. Absolute panic on Christian's face. They're screaming, I can't see it.
Luckily, he gets it in to get it out at the plate, but my goodness.
Just the reactions by Arroyo were classic. I can't see it. What's going on? Like seriously, that was basically his reaction. And then once he saw, it was already on the ground before he even saw it on the other side. Now, what made it funnier was that Joey Gallo ended up getting out on this play, but at the same time, Arroyo just giving us so much bliss and such a great Grav Gaff. We got a couple of amazing Grav Gaffes here from the Twins and White Sox series this last week. This one was one of my favorites, with Tim Anderson doing exactly what you don't want to do in the middle infield.
Baseball coming in. 3-2 on the ground, up the middle. Tag, go to first. Double play again in the first inning.
When this happened was Max Kepler can't run to Tim Anderson. And by the way, let's wait for the first pitch. I certainly hope that they maybe the tape machines ran out. You see the tag right there, and Tim's got the ball in his hand.
Minnesota is challenging the tag out at second base.
Not real good.
Larry.
Upon review, the call on the field is overturned at second. Runner is safe.
Now again, the play is made and you're thinking, okay, it's a solid play, Anderson gets him out, and we're done here. Nope. With the bases loaded, Anderson doesn't even tag him with the ball in the glove. These are fundamentals, man. And it ends up getting reviewed, and the run is allowed to score. Absolutely amazing, and exactly what baseball is about, but you know what? It wasn't done there yet. Now, thankfully for Tim Anderson and the White Sox, this was against the Twins this time, with Nick Gordon just making one of the most legendary base running plays I've ever seen. It was an error at second base, and then just decides to waste all of it.
Was coming if I asked that, but you know what? There's Vaughn at first on the ricochet, and it gets outside of the reach of Garcia. Now a throwback behind if possible. Vaughn catches it and lays down the tag.
He might have hurt himself, or it might be embarrassment, but that's a bad base running play. He thought the ball maybe had gotten away a bit further than it did, and they threw behind him and got him. We'll see what that's scored, but the one thing is Lance Lynn is out of the inning with a minimum of pitches. Gordon spinning his wheels trying to get back, and he's gunned down with Larry Vanover on the call.
Seriously, I don't know what was on the dirt there in Chicago, but I feel like it was against Gordon in every single way. The fact that he just completely got burnt there and able to make a recovery at second base, it was beautiful. And for the Twins and for Nick Gordon, not their best moments. Grav Gaff, and I'm sorry to say Minnesota, one of probably many this season. You know what? It's good news for Gordon as well that we have a lot more base running gas this week. This time, it was one of my favorites with Julio Rodriguez having an amazing hit, and then also just getting absolutely gassed in the dirt path. What is happening?
Rodriguez drives a pitch to center field, sends Springer back. Julio off the wall. He's thinking 3. Rodriguez is going for 3rd. He'll dive in. No! He's out at 3rd.
I just hope he didn't hurt his shoulder or something there, because you can catch a collarbone or a shoulder. It looks like he's just upset. Okay, I'd rather him be upset than injured.
They just watered the infield, right? So it's a little stickier.
It's slippery in the first inning, and Julio absolutely turning on the jets. Crushes this curveball. Not fooled at all. And Scott Service was saying they were looking for the breaking ball up. Ross was throwing him in there, just misses a homer. But then right here, has it easy and catches, just loses it, tries to swim in. Crawl. No. Okay, he's laughing. Man down. I mean, man down. We're going to have tape out tomorrow for sure.
It's just such an amazing moment because Rodriguez looks like he has a clear triple on one of the best hits we've seen. It was in the bottom of the first. What an amazing moment to have. And then you see him just die out there. You just see him crawling, scraping like he's escaping, like he's on his prison escape, trying to get to third base, and ultimately gets tagged out. But you know what, Julio? He gave us some entertainment, so I can't lie. It's an amazing grab gaff. Now, if you want more chaos on the base pass, I will give you more chaos. Let's go on to the Mariners and Padres series. This play by Haggerty, base running wise, basically pulled right out of MLB The Show. Like, it's exactly what you see every single time you play online.
And the bunt bid, it's hard. Garcia has got it. His throw will get away. And heading for second base is Haggerty. The throw will be late. Nobody's covering third now. Man, he is, and he is out. Wow. Whoa. All kinds of stuff going on that play.
The fact that as second base is getting the ball, Haggerty just decides to go completely to third. Machado wasn't there, but he ultimately got back to it. I don't know why you'd bet against Machado getting back there, even if it was pretty far. But the fact that Haggerty immediately started running fast. Oh man, he turned a gift. He turned a double, an error double, into nothing. What a waste. But you know what? For us, excellent entertainment and grab gaff worthy. Now, with this next grab gaff, I do not want to spoil anything for you. It involves the Rockies, so you can obviously tell it's going to be something crazy, but I don't think you'd be expecting anything like this.
I'd have been covered. This is going to be a problem because Abrams can really run. Arroyo gets knocked over by McMahon and is assuming he's okay. This is going to really sound weird, but it may not have been the worst thing because I think Arroyo was going to throw that baseball, and I don't know how wise that would have been. Now let's just make sure Arroyo's okay.
On a play where it could go down the right field line, not worth it. So check it out. He goes, he barehands it, does right. And I know McMahon's just trying to get out of the way, but this could have been a lot worse for both of them.
Well, I'm glad at the end, too, he realized that there was that runner at second base because he's laying down here. And he goes, wait a second.
And you can see in the background of the other shot.
Oh, I'm just glad he held on to the baseball.
Now, we see collisions like this all the time, but the way Arena and McMahon just collided together makes it so much more funny. I don't know what McMahon was doing there. After knocking the ball, after Arena calls for it and gets it, he goes right in the way of him, trying to throw it to first base. Literally the worst thing you could possibly think to do, Ryan just did. I don't really blame Arena too much for this. I mean, he was right there trying to get the ball. It was a dribbling ball. He goes for it. He calls for it. But McMahon just barrels him. What a play by the Rockies. Great teammate play. You love to see it. Now, speaking of unexpected, let's go on to the last grab gaff, and easily the best grab gaff, I think, of this last week. This time it involves the Reds and not against them, interestingly enough. Again, I'm just going to show you the clip. You will never expect what's going to happen next.
A point to the pitcher. It's a balk! That's a walk-off balk! And the Reds win! A stunned Whistler can't believe it. Kevin Cash out to argue the fireworks flare on the third walk-off win of the year in the homestand, and it comes on the most bizarre of balk to end it.
Something that you very rarely see.
I can't even say words. I've watched this 56 times this morning, and I still can't. It's so amazing. On the first week of Grav Gaffes, the baseball gods have given us something so legendary and something so chaotic like this. The fact that it was that borderline of a balk too. The Rays pitcher was just flabbergasted. One of the best Grav Gaffes we might ever get this entire season. And you know what? I'm going to savor it while it's happening. What a win by the Reds, and what a Grav Gaffe to the entire Tampa Bay Rays lineup and roster. But that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed the first edition of Grav's Gaffes this year, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so we can keep these coming to you guys. And of course, comment down below what was your favorite Grav Gaffe of this week, and what do you think was the worst MLB play of the last week as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. Share this video with all the baseball fans you guys know online, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.